If you are a student and want to take your first step to become a professional developer, or you want to prepare yourself for actual software product development industry but don't know where to start from, this is a perfect video for you. Hey everyone, this is Kamran and welcome to my channel. As the name suggests, in this video I am going to walk you through your first step to get into a software development industry. Even if you are not from the computer science background, that makes no difference. You can follow this video. So here I will give you a list of paths you can choose from before getting into the software industry. This list will solely based upon your interest, so you have to think hard about which among this is your favorite interest or what you enjoy the most, and then you can choose the respective field to get started. This will not be written in stone, so you can switch to any field anytime, but this video will get you started because getting started in a new field is the biggest task. I am going to cover most in demand and popular fields you can opt in the industry, and I am not going to cover all the fields. So let's get started. When an application or a product is developed, there are several stages through which a product goes, and a different type of engineers take part in a different stages. So I will go through each stage and I will tell you who as an engineer works majorly in that stage. So you can decide on basis of your interest that which path do you want to pursue. So I will be referring product development life cycle term for whole of the journey of a product when it is developed from an idea to an actual product in the customer's hand. Major division of the product development lifecycle is product designing, market analysis, production, deployment and enhancement. I will take up these stages one by one and we will do analysis on each of the stage, and we will try to learn what kind of engineers work during one particular stage and how you can become that engineer. First will be product designing. So this part of a whole life cycle is done by the product owner or the product manager. The one who has this idea of the product is the key player of this part of the development. So if you have an entrepreneurial mentality or an idea on which you want to work or you want to develop some product, then this role is perfect for you. And for that, you should learn how to design a product, how to convert an idea to an actual product, how can you list down features of a product which is not in existence, but you have to think of all the possible features which you can provide to a customer. Basically, you should have a clear idea about a product, its usage, customer, pros and cons. For example, if you want to build a food ordering app like Zomato or Swiggy, so you should think of all the features that a customer will require. So product designing is basically thinking of your product in the customer's hand and how they are going to use it and what are the benefits you are going to provide through the app. Next stage of a product development is market analysis. Now you have this idea about the product, but you have to know the actual requirement in the market. For that, you have to talk to your future customers about the product before the product even been developed. So you need to understand the actual requirement of the product and the features required by the customers. So if you are good at presentation, then this place is perfect for you. If you know how to showcase good and a bad of a product and you love to do so, then you should go in this field. There are multiple levels in this field, but you have to learn and take your step one at a time. Now you have your idea and you did your market research. So the next step will be actual development of the product. So here all the food is being prepared. So the idea is converted to a product in this part of the whole development life cycle. In this phase, actual product is developed, and if you are interested in getting your hands on the code and build the product, this place is for you. So in this phase, the major role is of the developers. So let's see how things are further divided in this phase. On a broader variation, developers can be classified into two categories: front-end and the back-end developers. Front-end developers are those who work on the look and feel of the application, and you can say the user experience of the application. People who are good at visualization and design should opt for this category. Front-end developers mostly works on the side which is visible to the user, like the screen you see on your computer or phone. And then there are back-end developers, those who work on the behind the scene of the application. People who are good at logic should opt for this category. Backend developers works on the backstage work of the application. For example, when you click on the like button of your FB page, the click is happening on the front end, and how that click is been added to the picture and how it is shown to the other user, it's all happening at the backend. So one thing you have to keep in mind that front end developers also need logic, and the backend developers should also have the knowledge of user experience. And then there are developers who works both as a front-end and a back-end developer, and they are called as full-stack developers. The next stage will be deployment. So when the app is developed, we have to make the app public and let the customer get their hands on the app. That is been taken care in this stage of the product development lifecycle. When your app is on a large scale, and it is not that easy to deploy and live with them, as you have to take care of a lot of things. A lot of users are going to come on your app, so you have to take care of all these in this stage. That makes this stage very crucial for the whole product development lifecycle. Cloud technologies like AWS, GCP and Azure are in demand, and nowadays everyone is moving to cloud. So this is a hot field to get in. So if you are interested in deployment and maintaining a large application, then you should go for this field. To get started in cloud tech, you should first get too familiar with the cloud platform providers such as AWS, GCP and Azure, and then you can choose which one to get started. I personally prefer AWS as its console is developer friendly and it has many useful services. So I will suggest that you can also get started with AWS. So once you have decided, you can read about the cloud platform through blogs or YouTube, and these providers also have certification programs, so you can opt for that and get officially certified. There are multiple certificates and trainings, but I will not get into details about this tech in this video as it will get confusing for you right now. So the next and the last part of the application development is the enhancement of the application. So what exactly includes in this stage of this product development lifecycle? Once your app is live in the hands of the users and you have some data of the customer behavior, enhancement phase of the app starts. You collect data from your app and store them in different storage and create visualizing chart and dashboard for a better understanding of the behavior of your customer so that you can improve their user experience. So data engineers are the one who specialized in this, like collecting data and storing them and visualizing on some dashboard kind of thing. So basically data engineers are the one who work with different databases and visualization tools. And data engineers also control the flow of data throughout your app. If this field is of your interest, then you can get into this. As a data engineer, you should learn about different databases like SQL, NoSQL databases, how they work and how they store data. And as a beginner, you should read about what kind of databases are used in a different scenarios. So this is all about data storing and visualization. The next major and important part is using these data for improving your user experience. This field is called data science, where large data is processed and a pattern is generated to get some results to improve your user's experience. And data scientists are a lot in demand right now. So if you like maths and love to play with numbers and data, then you should opt for this field. Basically, this field includes taking the lots of data and squeeze them to get the useful data out of the load of data. So to get started, you have to mostly read about data science and machine learning, and the most important language to get started with data science and machine learning is Python. So you should learn about Python to get started with data science and machine learning. I hope this video clears up your path to get started in your career. If you need a detailed video of any field, you can comment it down. Like the video, and new visitors do subscribe the channel. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.